Shalom. Shalom, Yasharala. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wa Barakatham to the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. May peace and blessings be unto your households. It's your brother Gadal from the Great Millstone Dallas branch, and in this quick lesson, just going to get into everything is of him, right? Everything is of him, and the title might change depending on how the lesson goes, but that's what I pretty much got in the moment, and just wanted to just put in remembrance, because a lot of brothers already know these things, but for the newcomers, if you don't know, well, now you're finna know that everything is of Yahweh Bashem Shah, man, and the importance of pretty much asking him daily for things that that you need. Keyword need, not really so much of a want. Now you can ask the Lord for the things that you want. There's nothing wrong if you do that, but majority of the time it should be things you need, like spiritual things, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, faith, things of that nature. Okay, especially faith, man, faith. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this. Where's this Sirach? This is Sirach chapter 11 and verse 14. It says, prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come of the Lord. Right? So all that right there, that come of Yahweh Bashem Shai. Verse 15, because this is the main point I wanted. It says, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law are of the Lord. Love and the way of good works are from him. Boom. So wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is from Yahweh Bashem. True wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, meaning not the wisdom of this world, but true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding are from Yahweh Bashem Shah, man. All things come from the Lord, man. That's why it's so important that you have to be praying, man, because if you're praying, this means you're asking for the Lord to give you these gifts, increase you in these areas, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, faith, things of that nature, or you should be, right? You shouldn't really be asking or asking all the time, because there's certain things you can ask for and there's nothing wrong with it. Like if you asking Lord for you to get a better job, there's nothing wrong with that. Get a better job to better your situation. Now the question is, does it align with the Lord's will though? Because if it doesn't, you're not going to get that new job or better job. Lord can have you in the state you're in right now because that's where he wants you for right now. Oh, he knows. But there's nothing wrong with asking. So it's nothing wrong if you're asking for like stuff like that. But if you're sitting there asking like, man, Lord, just allow me to become rich. It's like, all right, bro, like, come on, man. Like, if you're a true man of the Lord, you're not really going to be in the spirit like, oh, let me get rich on this side. Now, there's nothing wrong with getting money. There's nothing wrong with that. There's brothers that make six figures, man. There's nothing wrong with that. But to sit there striving for like, man, I just want to be rich. What scriptures say, man, the love of money is, man, the root of all evil. Right? Jake would do some shit behind that money, man. And you don't want to do that. But majority of the time, you should be asking for the spiritual things, because when you're asking for the spiritual things, it comes with suffering to get those spiritual things. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of things, that man, Lord's gonna put you through some shit to get that. Gonna put you in a situation where you got to use the wisdom and knowledge that you already gotten. Right? It's not so much like the Lord just gives it to you. Now, scriptures, well, we're going to get into that because scriptures do is going to, like, he do give it to you, but it's a certain way he gives it to you. All right? We'll go ahead and get, damn it. James 4:2, yeah. All right, this is James chapter 4 and verse 2 in the NLT. It says, you want what you don't have, so you scheme and kill to get it. That's wicked people. It says, you are jealous of others, but can't get it, so you fight and wage war to take it away from them. I ain't gonna lie, that sounds just like Esau Edom. But here's the point of it. It says, yet you don't have what you want because you don't ask the Most High for it. Exactly. So when you when you ask for your help, like when you don't, like there's a lot of things that you don't have because you didn't ask the Lord for it. But there's a trick to it. Here's the catch. Read verse 3 NLT. James chapter 4 verse 3 NLT says, and even when you ask, you don't get it because your motives are all wrong. You want only what will give you pleasure. That's why I said it's important through the prosperity of Hashem. Why it's important to, when you're praying to the Lord, when you're asking the Lord for things, it's really spiritual things, because you're not gonna really get what you want really like that, many wants on this side. That's like not spiritual. Like, damn, you want a new car, but you don't really need it. You're not finna get there, bro. You want a new house, but you don't really need it. You're not finna get that. Now, on the flip side, the Lord can mess around and give it to you, but it'll be to your detriment if you're not one of his, though. That's the scary part. So it's like, dang, man, you gotta even be careful when you're asking the Lord for things, because he just might give it to you. And it might knock you out the faith. It's just, man, bro, you got to pray for everything, man. Praying for not only spiritual gifts, but to allow you to be able to endure and remain humble within that, and not for the Lord not to take the spirit from you, man. It's just so much that comes with it, bro. You got to take account of. But understanding that everything comes from Yahweh Shem Shai, that's why you pray. That's why, bro. That's why, you gotta pray unto Yahweh Shem Shai, man. I know Apostle Kai, he stresses this the most about praying, man. Pray. Keep your medicine strong, man. That's your medicine, man. Praying to Yahweh Shem Shai. And the word pray pretty much goes into begging. So if you're begging somebody, what are you doing? You're constantly asking them. You're gonna keep asking them. That's why it's so important that you're praying every day. And I ain't talking about just like once. At minimum, keyword minimum 3. That's minimum, because Daniel, that's what he did. He prayed 3 times a day. But that's minimum. You're supposed to be praying, honestly, more than that. You got to pray to the Lord, thank that he woke you up. That's one already. Pray that the Lord, that he allow you to make it to your destination safely. Pray. You got to pray over your food. Yes, you have to pray over your food. You have to pray, hey, when you're making lessons, you got to pray that the Lord be with you in that lesson. That's already 4 things right there. That's just me naming off the top of my head. Hell, you ain't even add shit. I forgot it. You gotta repent. You gotta pray that the Lord show mercy. That's 5. See, like, that's why I was saying, like, you can really pray more than just 3 times, because throughout the day, man, the Lord should be on your mind, man. He should be, right? There shouldn't be a day that goes by you just don't think about the Lord at all. If that happening, bro, you more than likely need to go on a fast, dry fast, meaning not water, dry fast. Pray to the Lord to enter in your mind more, thoughts about him. But yeah, man, when there's a lot of things you don't have because you don't ask. Lord ain't gonna give you something you don't ask for, really. If you ain't asking for the Lord to give you more faith, he probably not gonna give it to you like that. But if you are asking, you're praying to him, bro, he's gonna get you right. Now it's gonna be some hell behind it. You're gonna have to be put in some situations where you have to have faith, where your faith is getting tested, where the Satan come in with doubt. You might have to deal with that, but your faith is gonna get increased, though. And there's a couple of ways the Lord can do it. This is up to him which way he wants to do it. It could be a vision. It could be if someone else gets a vision about you. It could be chariots. Lord could deliver you from, life, death situation. It could be anything, man. Lord got numerous ways of increasing your faith. Hell, he could put more hell on you, and you have to believe, just keep the faith in him. Like, there's a lot of things Lord can do, man. And that's just what, I comprehend within this vile body, this wretched flesh. But continuing on, I'm gonna get James, and then after that I'm gonna get Philippians. So this is James chapter 1, verse 17. It says, every good gift and every perfect gift is from above. It cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. Right? So every good gift and every perfect gift coming from above, coming from Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. That's the main part. Right? Every good gift, every perfect gift, man. All of it, man. Hell, then we get that in Sirach 11:14. Right? No, 15, my bad. Wisdom and knowledge and the good way, comes from him. So anything that you're doing good is ultimately how much, hey, scriptures go to, man. Man's going is of the Lord. Lord's in control of you anyway. So we just, man, it's like, it's not even up to you to pray. But, man, because I wanted to say, man, just pray and hope that the Lord just steer you in the right direction, which is, I could say that, So, just pray that the Lord steers you in the right direction, man. It keeps you on the path. Pray. Scriptures go to pray without ceasing. So pray as much as possible, man, because you can never go far enough. Right? Once you understand that, like, bro, everything comes from him, like, every aspect of your life is because of the Lord, bro. Why wouldn't that not make you fear him? Knowing everything, not only the good, but as well as the bad. Why, when you fear him, 2, why, when you want to be on his good side, 1, why wouldn't you want to try to do things to please him? 3, of course, man, why wouldn't you be begging the Lord, aka praying to him? To be on your good side, to do things that's pleasing unto him, stuff like that, and not just, oh man, Lord, allow me to get this game. It's like, come on, bro, really? Lord gonna be like, fuck no, hell no. If you love you, he gonna be like, hell no, boy, you really ain't getting it now. You praying to me over a game? Some shit like that. Lord is probably not gonna give it to you, and if he does, shit, he might give it to you for your downfall, bro. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this last one. It's for Philippians chapter 4, verse 6 in the NLT. It says, don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell the Most High what you need and thank him for all he has done. Exactly, man. So instead of worrying about anything, pray for everything. Right? No matter what situation you put in, because we know that if the Lord's in control of everything, meaning he put you in that situation, so he's the only one that can really get you out of it. Pray. Matter of fact, I might just title it that. I might title my lesson that, man. Just pray. Praying to the Lord is the only way. Pray is the only way. Something like that. We'll see. But, anyways, Lord willing, y'all was edified, man. I want to end it all by saying, Kal Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rechakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time I say, Shalom, Yeshua.